Hello, my students. How are you today? I hope you're fine. We will continue our English time lessons. Today we will have a practice time lesson. Okay? So we will have was, were, question. You repeat. Was, were, question. Before we start, I want you now to name these pictures. We have seen the wartime places at home. I want you to name these pictures. What is it? Which place at home is this picture? So it's a bathroom. It's a dining room. Then bedroom. Well, it's a yard. Then it's a hall. Then we have living room. Then we have kitchen. Then the last one is basement. That's good. Okay, so this is places at home that we have seen yesterday. Okay, so look at here. We have seen in unit 10 was. So we use was with he, it, then she. Okay, so we use was with he, she, it. Okay, in the question I'm going to say was he, was she, was it. Now let's move to were. We use were with we, they, you. Okay, so we use were with we, you, they. Were we, were you, were they. It's the question. In the question we have where it's the first. Okay, so was and where we use it for past. For example, yesterday, last week, last month. Okay, not present. It's for past. Now, look at this example. Was she at school? Was she at school? Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Look at here. In the question we have was, she. And the answer we have she was. So we have blue, green, green, blue. Was she at school? Yes, she was. If it's no, no, she wasn't. She was at hospital. Now you repeat. Was she at school? Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. She was at the hospital. Okay, so we have she. That's why we use was. That's good. Now look at this sentence. We have were they at school? Were they at school? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. They were at hospital. Okay, so we have they. That's why we use were. Okay, were they? They were in the answer. In the negative we have weren't. N-T. Okay, weren't. Weren't. Now you repeat. Were they at school? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. They were at the hospital. Okay, that's good. Now you open your student book to page 55. Open your student book to page 55. We have here examples. Now you are going to listen. Okay, so listen. Was she in the yard? Yes, she was. Was she in the yard? No, she wasn't. She was in the hall. Were they in the yard? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. They were in the hall. Okay, so I want you to read these sentences on your books. Okay, look at here. We have was she. Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. We have in the negative. Where is she so? So where she is if she's not in the yard. So she was in the hall. She was in the hall. Here, were they in the yard? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. So where they were in the hall. In negative, I say no, they weren't, and I say which place, okay? That's good. Now let's move to B. We have here 8 pictures. We have they bathroom, and we have yes. If we want to ask the question, we are going to say were they in the bathroom? Were, because we have they. So were they in the bathroom? Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Now let's move to number 2. We have she, living room, no, kitchen. So you are going to make question and answer. So it's, we have she. Are we going to say was or were? She. So we are going to say was. Was she in the living room? Was she in the living room? No, she wasn't. She was in the kitchen. Was she in the living room? No, she wasn't. She was in the kitchen. Now let's read number 3. We have it, and we have basement, then we have yes. So here we have it because we have a mouse. Look at this mouse. It's a mouse, that's we have it. Okay, so you are going to make question and answer. So it was it in the basement? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Now number 4. Look at number 4. We have they. Okay, they because we have 2. No. We have they because we have these ones too. Okay, we have this man and this woman because they plural. So you are going to make question and answer. So it's, we have they, we are not going to say was, so it's were. Were they in the dining room? Were they in the dining room? Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Now look at number 5. We have he and Hal and yes. So we are going to talk about him. That's why we have he. So it's, was he in the hall? Yes, he was. Was he in the hall? Yes, he was. Number 6. Okay, this, the mother here talking to her son. We have you, kitchen, no, living room. So we are going to say, we have you, so were. Were you in the kitchen? Were you in the kitchen? No, I wasn't. I was in the living room. Were you in the kitchen? No, I wasn't. I was in the living room. That's good. Number 7, we have you, we have plural. Okay, plural, you. You, and we have bedroom. Then we have yes. Okay, the question is, were you in the bedroom? Were you in the bedroom? Yes, we were. Yes, we were. Because we have two. And the mom or the mother talking to her sons. So yes, we were. And here we have you. It's just one. It's singular. Now number 8. We have she, yard, no, basement. So we are going to say, was she in the yard? Was she in the yard? No, she wasn't. She was in the basement. No, she wasn't. She was in the basement. Okay, so you are going to, you have to play the recording. Okay, you have it. and you listen again, then you repeat. Okay, now go back to page 54. 54. Look at number 1. Were they in the bathroom? Were they in the bathroom? What is the answer? Yes, they were. Were they in the bathroom? Yes, they were. Was he in the hall? Was he in the hall? We have was he in the hall. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Were they in the kitchen? Were they in the kitchen? No, they weren't. They were in the dining room. In the dining room. Was he in the living room? Was he in the living room? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That's good. Okay, so you can do other pictures. Okay, you can do other pictures. Now you turn to page 68. 68. Turn to page 68. We have the song Were You in the Living Room? Were you in the living room? Okay, so now you are going to listen. Were you in the living room? Were you in the living room? You repeat. Okay, when I read each line, you repeat. Were you in the living room? The living room? The living room? Were you in the living room? No, I wasn't. I was in the yard. Was he in the living room? The living room? The living room? Was he in the living room? No, he wasn't. He was in the yard. Were you in the dining room? The dining room? The dining room? Were you in the dining room? No, we weren't. We were in the hall. Were they in the dining room? The dining room. The dining room. Were they in the dining room? No, they weren't. They were in the hall. That's good. Very good. Now we finish our lesson. Okay, so you are going to play the recording, then you listen and sing along. You have to sing along this song, okay? When you finish, you are going to do workbook exercises page 52. Okay?